Q, whatever her name was. You want to know why she didn't have a parasite?
Oh, yeah.
Because she didn't have a piece of Scarlet Eyler in her.
No. Oh, yeah, she was the original.
She was the original. So that's why all of the
parasites, right.
Yeah, that's why all the vessels have a parasite after what Scarlet does.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, ad break.
Oh.
Perfect timing for setting up for the next game, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is there not a game
And
category
is the
for Heaven's Gate?
Goal of white society to give Scarlet a place to exist?
After the events of episode 3. Originally, it was just for a way for Charlotte to take control of everything, basically.
Yeah. Right.
In a world where she felt like she had no control.
Yeah. Right, which also ties back to Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Him having OCD does not help this.
Might have exasperated some problems there, honestly.
Yeah. So I guess, what is the house?
Yes.
The house is the world created after Charles Eyler died.
Yeah. It's his mindscape.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Does Charles have DID?
No.
No.
Decidedly not.
Okay, then
he just has a character that he just has a character that he has to roleplay as.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
Right, they're like his characters. They're his muses.
Yeah, they were his story.
That's right. Okay.
Well, his delusions, even.
Yeah, he made Charlotte, and then he borrowed a lot from Vincent's world because he was the artist for Vincent's stories.
Right. Okay. And Vincent is there, holds him up.
Yeah.
But Vincent is depressed.
Oh, hell yeah.
And things. Yeah. And that's just another thing that Charles can't control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So when he dies and creates his little soul cube world, all the Vincents are just terribly depressed and suicidal.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know a thing about Vincent Wordsworth.
Besides the parts of the time of his life where he was depressed and suicidal.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Okay.
That's why Henri is a much more diverse character, because he knows a lot about Henri.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so is it the thing when you're dying, your brain does crazy stuff? So it's more to do with the lore of it's more to do with the lore of Vincent's world, where when someone dies, everything that they are becomes a new world.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And with Charlotte's little speech at the end of the true end, where it's like, the world that you knew died out a long time ago. Charles has been in this cycle for a long time, so it's not like a near-death experience.
Yeah.
It is an after-death experience.
This is his afterlife.
Yeah, this is his afterlife. He created a new world that he populates.
Right, because he became his world.
He became his world, yes.
Okay. Sometimes I can't tell whether or not someone's actually dead, so I was like, what is happening?
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. Okay. When did he die?
He took his own life at the trial. The trial in the real world.
Oh, right, the trial. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of walked into the ocean and drowned. Is what I got from that visualization.
I mean, it could have also just been like a metaphorical visual. Like,
like
him going off the deep end.
Yeah, people
going
use
off the deep end.
People
all the stuff piling up
with death a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Because it is so all-encompassing and big. Okay.
I really hope there isn't supposed to be audio at this point in the game, because,
I don't believe there is.
Okay, cool.
Also, can I point out how weird it is that the whole last thing was so full of cult stuff, and now we're playing a game called Heaven's Gate?
Well, the cult stuff isn't
Well.
over.
Oh boy.
Anyways,
Because, like, you gotta think, if we got the true ending last time and the world's, like, been reset and all that, then where does Heaven's Gate pick up at?
I imagine in heaven.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
This is a recount.
Fun.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna hope that the audio settings are fine. Probably aren't going to be, though. We're gonna have to fuck around and find out, I guess.
I mean, I can open up my own copy of Heaven's Gate and, like, verify for you.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna be a great way of, like, it's not gonna be better than me just starting the game and hearing it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'd rather we all get sound blasted than fixing it immediately. Because I imagine you
right.
can get into the settings right way immediately.
You hit start, it just goes to the THQ
Isn't
logo
that
and just
preferences?
hear.
Yes, that's what preferences is, but if you can't hear anything right now, what does messing with the sound settings do?
True.
Like, that's my point.
Mhm.
Like,
I
we
didn't
have
think
to
of it
hit...
as
That's really
a
funny.
measure, but sure.
I mean,
That's really funny, though.
if I turn it down and it's already quiet, like, that's not great either.
Just click start. Oh my gosh.
Either works.
So true.
If there's no sound, we'll just quit and go again.
Heaven's Gate. Number 1, Vincent Fennell.
Last name given? Fuck.
Last name given.
Heaven's
He's a
Gate is already
plant.
way better. I'm kidding.
And I imagine it's Charles narrating everything, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's still no sound, though.
Well, there might not be sound yet. I don't know. Marvel.
I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be sound.
Yeah, okay, that's what I had a
Yeah.
feeling. See, that's the thing that I
'Cause it-
can't fix. Because, once again, I am not running this natively.
It should be fine.
Yeah.
Sound isn't necessarily needed for this story.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah, it's...
wrapping things up.
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone... Yeah, it's fine. We'll be fine.
It's fine.
I might lose my mind a little bit, but it's okay. Vincent
It's
Fennell...
okay, I'll be the backtrack.
Are you sure restarting it wouldn't help?
No, because that doesn't, like... It's not like I am on a Windows system running this natively.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this.
Yes. Vincent Fennell is watching a small trail of ants go by, his gaze remaining disinterested. I approach him out of curiosity. Oh, winged ants. That's rare. I'm so small.
They're so small.
Baby!
Too, baby.
Little!
Yes.
Small!
That's good. Bugs are
They
yucky.
already look. They already look ready to haunt the narrative.
Yeah.
So true.
Look. He gets up from his knees and steps closer to the ant trail. You must be gods to them, don't you think? And with those words, Vincent picks one up. Just one tug and... the wing grips off with an alarming gaze. Stop it! Let it go! What are you being so upset about? Just because we're bigger, that doesn't mean we should hurt them. It's just a bug, though. Mom says even the smallest lives matter. My mom says bugs are annoying. Startled ellipsis. If you don't stop, I'll tell the nurses.
What are they gonna do? Reattach the wing and kiss it better? The boy simply gets up and leaves. What's up with him? From that day on, I decide that I don't like Vincent Fennell at all. Number 2, Tazos. It's lunch break.
Everyone's trading stickers and hoarding Tazos, a recent fad among kids. Vincent is surrounded by children who are marveling at his collection.
Oh,
This one's super rare.
God damn it, Relix. Where did you get it?
It was in my chips.
Lucky?
Do you want it?
God damn it.
I can have it? But I don't have anything good to trade you.
I don't mind.
Just choose one you don't have then.
That's a different kid.
That's a different kid.
It is.
Okay.
Trade with me too.
Bear haunting
Bear
narrative.
fading in from the background.
Me too.
There you go.
What are you looking
What are you
at,
looking at?
Charlie?
Really?
Oh, different card.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
So many different kids here. Can't keep them straight.
Well, they'll have the same name.
Yeah, they're all named Kid.
Kid.
Unfortunate.
Want to trade two?
No. Mom says chips are bad for health.
Boring.
That's it. Look, I have holographic ones.
Look, what's so special about him? All he has is a pack of Tazos.
Tacos!
I almost said tacos.
Taco.
Lost in thought. I trip and... You guys done getting the wigglies out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, 1 second.
Okay. Lost in thought, I trip and drop the box with the classroom turtle that I was carrying. Not the classroom turtle.
The poor turtle.
The nurses yell at me and make me stand in a corner for half an hour. I blame it on Vincent, too. Number 3. Mother.
Mumther.
Mother. When I'm 5, we move into a flat swarming with cockroaches and pigeons living on the balcony. Pigeons!
Friends!
Pigeon!
Pigeons. Cockroaches can get fucked.
Yeah. Why is this place so dirty, Mom? I ask.
The person
The
who
person-
lived here wasn't very cleanly.
His mother's answer. I want to go back home, I tell her. Why did we have to leave?
We won't be staying here for very long, dear.
Mother says, and I want to believe her. The surrounding dirt makes my skin crawl. Later I overhear our neighbors talking. I learn that the former owner was a drug addict. Died of overdose, they say.
Quick, look for secret snatches.
When I raise my voice, Mother tells me to keep quiet. When I walk around the house, Mother says that my footsteps are too loud. When I become excited, Mother reprimands me for misbehaving. One evening, she has a breakdown over unsorted clothes in the drawers.
Me too.
We're talking normally, then the next moment the house is filled with shouting and sounds of my clothes being violently thrown on the floor. There must be something else she's angry at, but I'm too young to understand. I apologize over and over, promising I won't do that ever again, as if I committed a grave sin. I'm sorry, Mother. I can make everything right. I won't become a burden. Number 4, concert. We're having a concert to celebrate autumn. Our nurses are wearing dresses with paper maple leaves sewn onto them. I recite a poem aloud, trying not to mess it up halfway. It has 4 lines. I'm so nervous that my voice comes out too quietly, even though I recite it perfectly. Vincent got 6 lines. It must be because the nurses think he's the smartest in the group. Hell, he even goes to chess club. Vincent recites...
Nerd.
Nerd.
Vincent recites the poem in a monotonous voice, like he doesn't give a care.
Because he doesn't.
Oh, I don't give a bother.
Vincent's almost always the last to be picked up by his parents. Sometimes nobody comes and he just goes home alone. I tell Mom about that and she totally freaks out.
How can a child go home by himself?
She exclaims, shocked.
What are his parents thinking?
I don't know what to say to that.
They think he has the power to walk.
Number 5, Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Everyone gets tangerines and Kinder surprises for lunch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god, real.
I get sick and throw up onto my festive shirt.
Lightweight.
Oh no.
Lightweight. Okay.
Lightweight is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't like it much anyway. Mom did, though. Vincent is at the nurse's office, too. He tripped and scraped his knee. The nurse is drawing a net on it with the green antiseptic.
I was gonna say, did he fall on a grill? Why is there just a tic-tac-toe board on there?
The scrape seems bad, but is not even wincing. His stare is staying blank. Doesn't he feel any pain?
Probably not.
Maybe he's actually a robot? I want to ask him that, but my headache is too strong, so I ignore him.
Are you Iron Man?
All I want is to go home and watch cartoons in bed. That is fair. Understandable. Have a nice day. Thankfully, Mom's quick to come to my rescue. Afterwards, I stay at home for a whole week. Number 6, new stage. Time passes fast. My kindergarten graduation album is filled with pictures of other kids running around and a macro photograph of myself in some kind of medieval clothing from the photo shoot. It's my favorite one, but I'll never admit that. I can barely contain my excitement for the first day of school. Vincent goes to a different one, but it doesn't matter. I didn't like him much anyway. Number 7, friends. Elementary school is boring. I solve all the problems in my math workbook in one evening, and as a consequence, end up dying of boredom at actual lessons.
Let's go!
Shouldn't there be a faster way to do this? As the school days pass, I get so excited about my intellectual abilities that I point out others' mistakes every time I notice them.
Oh no! Oh no!
The girl sitting next to me seems to enjoy my company, mainly because she gets to copy my answers during tests. In the meantime, I find a new way to make friends. All you have to do is buy them food or share yours. Then everyone will gather around you, excited to get sweets for free. I spend all my pocket money on snacks, and still end up being chosen last at PE lessons.
Yeah, because you're the snack friend. You're not the PE friend.
It takes me some time, and an after-school beating to learn not to poke my nose into others' business. It's not my fault people cheat on tests. I'm just doing what's right. At least that's what I think. Apparently people don't like snitches. Nor do they like people... Nor do they like being responsible or proper. While I'm doing everything not to be a burden, they're giving their all to cause trouble. I feel like this will take some time to sink in. Over the years, I learned to keep my mouth shut. From a moderately talkative kid, I turned into a complete class ghost. By the end of 4th year, everyone still calls me by my last name. Number 8, reunion. In middle school, we see each other again. Vincent looks more frail than I remember him being. Maybe it's just that I've gotten taller. When he sees me, he smiles. In fact, he smiles to everyone. The usual unchanging blank expression that he had in kindergarten is gone from his face, replaced with a mask. It's unsettling. I don't smile back. Somehow, we end up doing a class project together. By the time I gathered the courage to ask someone to invite me, everyone else had already found a partner. But there was an open spot in his group. The other 2 kids just want easy marks, so only the 2 of us end up actually working. Vincent is surprisingly nice to work with. He's a good team player, very considerate in giving his all to complete the task. A complete contrast to most of the kids. For the first time in a while, I have fun working in a group. System notification. One incoming message from Charles. But where Charles? Here, I'm sending over the presentation files. Great work. Let's do our best tomorrow.
His little icon.
Yeah, it is very cute.
Yes.
He's thankful for my effort. This must be the first time in 5 years of school. I'm so moved that I put his name first on the project title slide.
That's a big honor.
That's cute.
Because everybody knows if you're making the slides, whoever you put first is the one that person liked working with. All the rest of people, back of the line. Fuck them.
I know what you are.
What am I, Marvel? What am
no.
I?
You, Charles.
Oh.
Relix, you're autistic.
Oh, I know.
Is the project...
So is Charles.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's the project presentations day. Vincent, who was chosen as our group's representative, has a clear, powerful voice. Unlike me, who gets so anxious that I start to stumble on every word, earning giggles from classmates. I hate myself for it. Regardless, our group gets the highest marks. Maybe teamwork isn't half bad, I catch myself thinking. Number 9. Weakling. Vincent loses consciousness during one of our PE lessons.
Wait.
Goodness.
Why are you like this? I've never really noticed it before, but he really has the worst stamina in class. While I fail all the speed tests, I can endure running long distances just fine. He, however, looks completely exhausted after just a few laps. After overhearing one of the conversations between teachers, I learned that Vincent has health complications.
Huh? Fennel's not running again?
I heard he has a weak heart. Or was it anemia?
He's the best student in the class. Maybe he's pushing himself too hard?
People like that don't live long. My uncle died from a stroke.
Really?
Ellipsis. Vincent? Dying?
Slowly every day.
The possibility has never occurred to me before. Maybe children don't think too deeply about life and death in general. I look at him sitting on a bench near the teacher, watching us run. We never really talk, but I've been watching him for a while. So to me, it feels like we share a connection. Number 10. Henrietta Warhol.
Best character entered the chat. Let's go.
Here she comes.
I see you've converted.
Oh no. Don't worry. I still have some choice words to say about Henri.
I often volunteer to stay behind on class duty. Henrietta Warhol gets bullied into it. The other girls call her smelly and cow tits and make her do things instead of them. So right now, she's unenthusiastically scrubbing a dirty desk with a wet rag.
Wait, are they just saying she's big-chested? Wait, what the fuck?
They call her cow tits is what they said, yes. You should use detergent to scrub this off.
Don't tell me what to do, Eiler. Why are you even here? It's not your turn to clean.
I like cleaning. Or more like, I can't trust anyone with it. Everyone's too sloppy and lazy to properly clean all the dust. Just thinking of sitting behind a dirty desk makes my skin crawl. Yeah, that's fair.
Weirdo.
You can go home. I plan to stay after lessons anyway. I have piano class coming up in 2 hours. Just enough time to clean and do homework.
No, I'll stay. They're waiting outside. If I go too early, they might think I'm slacking off.
Damn, that's complicated. Okay. I'm clean in silence. I don't really know what to talk about with her. Henrietta doesn't seem like she's up for discussing homework either. Henrietta,
Yes?
give me your hand.
Huh?
And place the candy in it.
Oh, I thought I was going to disinfect it. Just
That would have been hilarious.
Oh boy.
Here, good work today. Carrying snacks around still remains as a habit of mine. Might as well try to win Warhol's goodwill with it.
The little picture.
Yeah. Henrietta stays weirdly silent.
There isn't anything wrong with it, right?
Unless you don't like barberry flavor.
Oh. Thanks.
You're welcome. Henrietta awkwardly stumbles out of the classroom without saying so much as a goodbye. Weeks later, we start talking during lunch breaks sometimes. The other girls mock and tease her for it, but Henrietta learns to talk back. Maybe she's more confident about herself when she feels less alone. Oh boy, 3 incoming messages from Henri.
Okay, listen up, Eiler. We're gonna get rid of your acne. I'm gonna send you a list of skincare products and food to avoid.
But Mom...
No buts. For a clean freak, you sure hate looking after yourself.
Number 11. Passed. Mother never tells me anything about her past, her father, and I never ask. It's something we never talk about. All I can do is listen to her occasionally cry at night and keep quiet about it in the morning. She's holding up well, but I can't help but worry that one day she might trip and fall and never get up. The thought makes
Life
my
alert.
The thoughts make my hands itch, and I spend 10 minutes in the bathroom trying to wash it off. I want to grow up and become someone she can depend on. Number 12. Interlude. Alone. It's quite...
Charlotte?
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay. It's quiet in the mind library. I'm hunched over a language workbook trying to fill in the blanks, but all the letters come out jumbled. Ah, my worst nightmare. I write them over and over again until the pages are filled with illegible scribbles. Frey peeks over my shoulder like nothing's wrong.
Doing someone's homework again, Miss Wiltshire. You do know that it's not your obligation to do it, don't you?
It's for a friend.
Ah, so that's why you couldn't turn them down. Because they said you're friends.
Was it so wrong to believe them, Frey?
No, of course not. Miss Wiltshire is a very earnest girl, after all. Too gullible for her own good. You see, what your so-called friend used was a keyword. A password that doesn't mean anything. You heard it, and immediately thought of the meaning you had for it. You may have thought that the other person meant, I want to help and understand you, but in reality they meant, I want to use you for my own needs. Sure, they could have been honest with you, but would you be doing this for them if you knew the truth? Right? But that doesn't make them evil, per se. If they were the main character, I'm sure the viewers would understand their way of thinking.
Frey runs his finger over a messed up sentence and stops at the period mark.
The true evil lies in muddled words, Miss Wiltshire. Remember that.
I absent-mindedly look at the ruined workbook. Still, if I don't do as they say, I'll be left all alone. This is all I'm good for anyway. Frey leans his head on me, but I have no strength left to shove him away.
You know that's not true, Miss Wiltshire. You just want someone to make you feel better about yourself. Even if it's someone you despise. But don't worry. I know all the words you want to hear. You may feel like you're never doing enough. But in reality, you're always doing your best, aren't you?
Just imagining Frey going bonk like a cat.
Number 13, school trip. During the first year of high school, we go on a school trip. Oh boy. I don't have anyone to make promises about sitting together with, so right now I'm left with 3 choices. A. Sitting with the teacher. B. Sitting with one of the class bullies. C. Approaching Mr. Fennel, who happens to have a seat open near him. I decide that the latter is the lesser evil. Mind if I sit here? Not at all. Thanks. Oh, now that I think of it, it's the front seat. I shouldn't be taking it. You could just change with someone if they get car sick. I, for one, can't sit in the back. I always get dizzy. Sucks to be you. Vincent laughs dryly. His laughter doesn't reach his eyes. Crap. I just messed up my second informal conversation with him. By the time I gather myself again, Vincent's long since asleep. His head is bumping against the bus window in small intervals. I bring out my MP3 player, but minutes later everyone decides to watch an action movie. The loud sound doesn't seem to bother Vincent, who's sleeping with earplugs.
Smart.
I should have brought some too. In the end, I settle on watching the movie and lose the track of time. By the time we arrive at the hotel, it's past midnight. I get a room with 3 guys who don't mind me ditching them during the night. Success. At best they'll get drunk and play cards in someone else's room until sunrise, and at worst one of them brought drugs. Maybe both. We get up the stairs and unlock our room. It has a bed and a shower, so it's perfect. My classmates leave the room as soon as they finish unpacking. As expected, they don't bother inviting me anywhere. Glad they know I hate having fun. I spend half of the night sketching ideas for comics I might draw someday. All of them feel like I've seen them before. In the morning, I emit the light of freshness. I like being up early. Cannot relate.
Cannot relate.
Cannot
What's
relate.
early?
Like, I'll wake up relatively early, but I don't like being up early.
To me,
Sounds
there
like
is
being up
nothing
early.
before 10 a.m.
There's nothing before noon.
I never said I got up at 10 a.m.
That's fair.
I
Never said I got up at noon.
Fair.
Oh dear.
Really, I'm just in the wrong time zone. Really, if I go to a time zone that's a couple hours behind this one, I'll be fine.
yeah, just come to California. Join us.
Yeah.
Tempting, but the prices.
It's honestly not that much worse than everywhere else at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I mean-
the move out there.
Yeah, true. The move is gonna be the hard part.
Yeah.
You could come to Oregon instead. It's slightly cheaper here.
Oregon, the place with all the trees.
Yeah.
True.
Sounds great, actually.
There's
Not
trees in
gonna lie.
California too. Just saying.
Yeah, but they're all on fire.
Not
I mean,
right
they're-
now.
They're also kind of
Not
on
right
fire in
now.
Oregon too. Oregon is just California, but north at this point.
Yeah.
Slightly cheaper. No sales tax either.
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
forgot about that. Anyways, the hotel dining room is dead silent, like a cemetery. Out of my classmates, only some girls and Vincent are present. So Vincent is one of the girlies, got it.
Fabulous.
Absolutely. Have you seen him?
You're right.
He's so girly pop.
Yes.
I decide to drop into the seat near him. Morning. Good morning. I didn't see you last night. I was getting my beauty sleep. Did you party with everyone? Of course. I have to admit, I have a hard time imagining you drinking. Why? I have high alcohol tolerance.
I just noticed. So are Charles's hands like that because he picks at them and washes them all the time?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Had a feeling.
Turns out when you wash your hands a lot, they dry out.
Yup.
Weird.
Crazy.
There's also this thing called dermatillomania.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gots to pick at it.
All this calling Vincent a lightweight. Yeah, you're right.
When it comes
No.
to physical activity, I didn't realize he was a pro drinker and could drink everybody under the table.
Yeah.
Also, if he has poor medical health, isn't he like on a ton of medications? He should not be having alcohol.
He's not necessarily on medication. Have you seen the healthcare system?
True.
I mean,
even if he is on medication, it's Vincent.
Yeah.
that's true.
True. He doesn't want to live.
Anyways, unlike many. Ugh, don't remind me. I woke up to sounds of someone puking in the toilet next door. Unpleasant, isn't it? My face says it all. Still, the image of Vincent downing alcohol like a glass of juice seems really funny to me, so I can't help but laugh out loud.
Honestly, I don't see this little twig man just going chug, 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 chug.
Vincent gives me a questioning look, so I quickly try to change the topic before he can ask anything. I butchered that, but we'll move on anyway.
Blah, 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 blah.
When I drink, I just become sleepy. It is a depressant.
Same, buddy.
It is a depressant. Boring, right? Is that so? I thought you'd be the type to talk a lot. Nah, if anything, I shut up for good.
I am both.
Alcohol doesn't really affect me.
Huh. I get sleepy and talkative. It's very fun.
And then you just
I
talk
like
until you
alcohol.
pass out, so your words trail off, and then it's just.
And then fall
Last
asleep.
time I had alcohol, my body was not happy with me.
Hmm.
Understandable.
I think I'm the type people would call an ambulance for because they drunkenly think I died of lethal ethanol intake. You sound like you speak from experience. Well,
I don't want to brag or nothing.
the trip itself is nothing special. Art museums never interested me much. During one of the excursions, Henrietta gets lost, and I volunteer to look for her. Thankfully, I spot her at the statue near the museum with a dead phone. Henrietta doesn't let go of my shirt until we get back to the group.
Aw, cute.
Aw.
The night at the hotel on our way back doesn't go as smoothly as the first one. This time, I have to share a room with a guy who doesn't mind other people seeing him make out with his girlfriend right in the room.
Ew.
Gross. It's not even PDA, but still, what the fuck?
I do, so I grab my jacket and make my escape. It's already past curfew. Probably not the best idea to spend the night on the hotel stairs, but whatever.
Oh, buddy.
Just as I start to doze off, someone shakes my shoulder. Good enough.
Sure.
Eiler. You'll catch a cold if you sleep here. It's Vincent. Thanks. I didn't mean to fall asleep. Where are you out at this hour? Just wanted to get some fresh air. I do enjoy night walks. We're not allowed to leave the rooms at night, you know? They're coming from a person out at night. And then may I ask why you're here? I guess I'm not a fan of voyeurism.
Can't relate.
No, that sounded bad. Forget it. Wow. Okay. I'm guessing there are problems with your roommate? Yeah, that's a pleasant way to put it. I could use less pretty words, but it'd leave a bad taste in my mouth. Vincent looks at the night sky. It's nice here. So quiet. Yeah, so quiet there's no background music. I don't have to wake up to shouting. I don't know what to say to that, so I just pick at my skin.
Stop that. Slaps his hands. Just
Yeah.
stop that.
Sorry, I said too much. No, that's fine, pitiful, awful. None of these seem to fit. I'm not someone who should comment. Let me sit in silence for some time. And that being said, do you plan to return to your room? Nah, I'll wait it out a bit more. I see. Well, good night then. Night. Thanks for keeping me company. It's my pleasure. Half an hour later, I return to my room, only to find my classmate sleeping soundly. This asshole. I fall asleep thinking it would be nice to go somewhere with my class again. Number 14. Passwords. Oh boy, incoming message from Vincent. Would you mind joining me for lunch? Sure.
No.
Just gonna grab something to eat.
His icon.
Is it the usual place? Yes. I'll be going ahead then. Vincent likes to eat outside. It's more quiet here, he says. After the class trip, we started hanging out more often. Sometimes he invites me for lunch, like today. Don't you think the education system is flawed? Vincent brings a hand to his chin, thoughtful. It depends on what you define as a flaw. If the main objective of education is discipline, then it is essential to have a hierarchy. I'm rather thinking about the things we learn. Take today's test, for example. Do you actually know what the entropy of isolated systems never decreases means? Can you explain that? No, not really. I just learned the material needed to answer the questions.
Hell yeah.
See? You only learned the answer the teacher wanted to see. Not only will you forget this knowledge, but you'll have no clue what you were writing about. We're only learning
Memorize, write it down, forget it, go to next hour, do it all over again.
We're only learning keywords that we don't know the meaning of, and we don't gain any practical knowledge. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. If you can't find use for theoretical knowledge, then it's meaningless, right? However, I wouldn't use this statement as an excuse to slack off, or accuse people of using bad teaching methods for that matter. Right. I just want you to hear me out on this. If given the opportunity, I'd like to change something myself. It'd be ridiculous to tell others how to do their work. I relieve you understand. I think it's not just the education system that uses keywords, though. Words that carry no meaning litter our speech in everyday life. And then, mass media is just entirely made of them. It's just template phrases that are guaranteed to cause a reaction. Now the hidden objective may be entirely different. Yeah, like articles bashing local art exhibitions are actually written to promote them. Oh crap, I think the break will end soon. You still haven't finished your food. Don't worry about me. We hurriedly finished our modest lunch and returned to class. Number 15, puberty.
Oh boy.
The older we get, the more disturbed and obnoxious everyone becomes. They're trying to connect, clumsily, erratically. Which I understand to some degree, but I've always been fine in my own company. Also Vincent's, but he can be tiring too. Sometimes he starts ranting on subjects I don't understand, which gets tedious. Like, hell do I give a damn about politics? Go back to your containment board, for God's sake. Henrietta isn't a saint either. Am I actually masochistic for enjoying being bad-mouthed by her?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
By definition, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless she has the same horrible taste in anime.
Oh, goodness bless.
Miss Warhol, you absolutely have to consult me on dating sims. We can make a fortune off this.
Fuck off, Eiler. It won't sell. Here, at least. And don't talk so loudly. The other girls will hear.
It's your fault for trying to seem something you're not. So, how about it? You and me, a dojin circle?
No, I've never written a finished story in my life.
Just,
Can relate.
yeah. Just copy the popular tropes. Everyone only wants things they're used to.
Just go away, Eiler. You're a bother. Go pester someone else.
Talking to Miss Warhol always lifts up my mood. Have you heard of Heaven's Gate? They're an organization that preaches that our world is controlled by alien puppeteers from another world. Fucked up, right? Does that mean that their world is more real than ours? What even is real these days? Do you think we could be saved if we refuse to be actors on this stage? Maybe we should leave altogether. One incoming message from Charles. What's up with the emergence of the web cults lately? You mean Heaven's Gate? Actually, I helped copyright the contents for the site. Vincent, the fuck?
Wow.
What? Really?
He's a culty.
Of course. Any kind of content has curators. This one was meant as a prank, though. Okay.
Sure it was, buddy.
Okay.
Sure it was.
You don't actually believe that we're puppets on strings, do you? Well, the text you wrote was awfully convincing, though. I'm honored. Why Heaven's Gate, though? Me wanting to seem big despite it being a prank. Doesn't it sound like something promising? Yeah, sounds pretentious as fuck. It doesn't mean anything, really. Just like Heavenly Kingdom doesn't exist. So an empty promise of virtue, huh? Still, isn't it a kind of dangerous? People might believe you guys for real. That would be silly, don't you think? Number 16. Interlude. Rationality. Ah, Bennett, our boy.
Hi, Bennett.
Mr. Honecker. Do you think I'd act more rational if I killed my remaining emotions?
I don't believe we could be rational without feelings. Patients with prefrontal cortex brain damage cannot experience emotions. To them, any decision seems as good as the other. For example, when I think of killing someone I care about, I'm overwhelmed with horror. It goes without saying that I never do it on a whim. Thus, feelings are essential for rational thinking. Soap inhibits the prefrontal cortex functionality as a side effect, right? I've been saying it all the time, but consuming it isn't doing you any good. You lose the ability to distinguish the weight of one decision from another.
And that means...
That means killing me and eating cookies for breakfast will be more morally equal to you.
Sounds good, like, to me.
Can I have both?
Yeah, right?
Why does that have to be a decision? I can have both.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
My point is, killing your emotions will only worsen your overall mental state. It's okay to care, Bennett.
Damn, you're right. Bennett croaks out a laugh. Number 17, trust. Vincent peeks over my shoulder, startling me with his voice. I have to say, I find it funny that like the three main voices I have for this series are very similar, because it's not like I don't have a range of voices.
It's just that you picked 3 similar ones,
Yeah,
and now they're all coming together.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
unfortunate. I'm not sure if I would have casted them any differently knowing this, to be honest.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Because when you were introduced to them, they're like, "Oh, this is its own isolated thing. This is its other isolated thing."
Yeah. Anywho's. Vincent peeks over my shoulder, startling me with his voice. Are you writing something? This barely counts as writing. Fennel steps over the bench, now facing me directly. Are you dissatisfied with what you're making? No, not exactly. Not more than usual, it's just... I don't know how to communicate my thoughts to others. Well,
It's the autism.
True.
It's okay.
the whole plot looks too contrived. I'd stop reading after the first page. Do you think your readers are stupid? No. If anything, it's my own fault that I'm a clumsy writer, not theirs. And then, do you not trust them? I don't. I mean, I really want to. But I'd be lying if I said I did. I see. If you can't bring it around no matter what, why not prove that you yourself can be trusted? Vincent leans closer into my personal space, making me recoil a bit.
Gay, homosexual, gay.
You're right. Show that you've done your research. That you're knowledgeable about the subjects you're handling. I can read so good. That you're involved as much as your reader is. That you're prepared to bare your mind and soul. His presence suddenly overbearing. Vincent looms over me. My breathing catches. I feel small. Wouldn't I be making a fool out of myself if I admit my weaknesses? Yes, I'll make you vulnerable. I'll leave you in the open. Naked in public. Guts out. Come, cop a feel. For $1.99 only.
Damn, OnlyFans?
Thrilling, right? You. Yet still, you'll be the one to control. Because it has your conscious decision to reveal the information, and you hold power over it. With those words, Vincent leaves my personal bubble and drops on a bench beside me. Having nothing to hide puts you at both an advantage and disadvantage, but my opinion is that it's worth it. I suppose that's one way to go about it. If it were me, I'd rather have the work exist separately from its author. If anything, I prefer working as anonymously as possible. Yes, I'm not saying my approach would work for each and every person. You should choose what suits you best. But most importantly, don't underestimate your readers. Make them feel like your story is the best thing they'll ever experience. Make them feel like they can only feel that way with you. And there you have it, a story you can be proud of. The way you put it sounds like you're selling your mind to others. Does it? I'd call it sharing.
I call it $5.99 a pop. Come on, let's go.
And besides, being insincere in your work will result in flavorless throwaway texts. Do you want to write disposable garbage like that? Mr. Fennel, you're intense. That's a lot of knowledge for someone as young as you, Mr. Fennel. I'm just saying what I've learned from more experienced writers. And I suppose I'm really passionate about writing. No, I didn't know. Is he writing something too? You just looked like you needed advice. Were the words I chose enough? Yeah, thanks. I owe you one. And actually, would you like to read what I've written so far? I think I could use some feedback. Sure. Don't expect mercy. Bring it on. I'll fetch you my notebook next week then. There's a lot written, so you can take your time with it. Our conversation is cut off by the ringing school bell. During our final high school year, Vincent joins the student council and invites me to do the same.
White society.
Oh dear.
Did you mention that you wanted to influence school life if possible? I believe it's a good opportunity to do so. I think it's not about good ideas, but rather the ability to convince others, which is something you have. And right now, I'm using it to convince you to try it. So persistent. Okay, fine, I'll tag along. Success! You'll definitely regret it. Huh? Wait, that's the opposite of words of encouragement. The little image too.
Picture.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. They're so goofy. I love them.
It's past 6 p.m. We're ones of the last students leaving school.
Remember, Peachy. Doomed Yowie.
Yeah, I know.
I stretch and allow myself to let out a prolonged yawn. Today's meeting was so tiring. I need to know people die soon. I can understand that. Says Vincent, who talked during the whole meeting. How do you even have energy for all that arguing? I just enjoy good discussion. More like uncivilized discourse. But everyone was basically trying to shout louder than the others. Thrilling, isn't it? I can't believe you. I'm joking. It was indeed a bit tiring. I'm not a big fan of the noise. However, I don't feel like going home just yet. No, the weather's not bad. Bleh. I was planning to invite you for a walk anyway.
Walksies together.
Alright. Should we walk in silence for a while? Good plan. I let my vision lose focus and feel the world around me slow down. We part ways after an hour of strolling around the park. Feeling re-energized, I spend the whole evening leisurely studying subjects ahead of the program. What a nerd. Number 18,
Yeah.
social media.
Nerd!
We're waiting for the next class to start. Henrietta sits near me on the windowsill, dozing off with a chem book and textbook in her hands. I can read so good, I swear. I'm so tired of social media. Understandable, have a nice day.
Little critters.
Everyone's talking so much, but no one's talking about things that really matter. And I feel bad for contributing. Henrietta yawns and stretches, then pinches my nose.
Hello?
What do you think people should be talking about then, genius? And who are you to decide what matters and what doesn't?
Shut up.
God.
You're right. Shut it. I know. I'm just saying how I feel. And I feel tired.
Isn't it up to the
You're
individual to decide what is right to them?
No.
free will is an illusion.
Okay.
To a certain extent, but also like if you go with that mentality, like if everybody is free to make their own rules, then there's gonna be a lot of shitty people doing some really shitty things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there already is a lot of shitty people doing really shitty things.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh man.
Any whoosies.
Yeah.
Your judgments are useless then. It's like watching a teenage melodrama to have deeper meaning. Or wanting a teenage melodrama to have deeper meaning, sorry. Want something profound? Read a book. Or go talk to Fennel.
Same difference.
He's like a combination of a therapist and a saint, so no wonder you love that.
Way to trivialize him. It's like a god. Way to be not much better.
Oh boy.
A human. You're just biased because he validates you.
So true.
Okay, good point.
Still, I don't get it. What's so good about him? Aren't you singing him praises just because he's polite?
No, it's because he's gay.
Also, Vincent is very friend-shaped.
It's because they're both gay, Henri.
Yeah.
Just because he has the human decency to make effort to be kind to others. He's hardworking, reliable, and after talking to him, I always feel like I have ascended to some new level of human consciousness. Also, he appreciates the concept of personal space, unlike some.
Ugh, are you done yet? British word for cigarette.
That is so amazing. Wow.
Now you're just being jealous and homophobic.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, Eiler.
I
Or
missed
ask
the
Fennel to
word.
do it.
Or ask Fennel to do it. I don't give a fuck.
See?
Uh,
No human decency. Vincent would be like, would you kindly back off?
That's the same thing. British word for
True.
cigarette.
Might as well be. I wonder if he's ever gotten angry at anyone.
He just has high self-control. I lost mine somewhere along the way when I tried to prove that I'm not a doormat for others to step on.
Nah, so she's self-conscious about her attitude after all. I mean, Henri is the best Henri. Actually, any Henri is great. I can't exactly tell you not to worry about it, though.
no, we met Doormat Henri. She wasn't too great.
Yeah.
But,
We're all sitting there like, you deserve better, honey.
but, I like you the way you are.
Okay.
No, a little smile. Number 19, possessions. Oh boy.
We're talking about 9/10 of the law now?
Vincent comes over to do a research project for school. I can read so good. And we'll come into my room with rubber gloves still on my hands. Okay, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Alright, bend over.
Either. You look proud of yourself. And of course, cleaning, done. Clothes, ironed. I can focus on schoolwork in peace. Good. You seem to be especially scrupulous when it comes to organizing.
Scrupulous.
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 I just can't seem to focus when there's something out of place. I end up thinking about a single sheet of paper lying around unsorted instead of doing something useful. Oh, but that's not the worst of it. It must be tough. Workspace isn't very organized in comparison. Although, I don't have many personal possessions. Don't like stuff piling up. That too, and perhaps I'm not very sentimental. I briefly wonder if that's really the only reason, but decide not to press on.
No, listen to the red flag.
Yeah.
Listen to the death flag, Charles!
Let's change the topic. That being said, remember when we were all about collecting stickers and stuff? Yeah, everyone was crazy about trading. I still have my collection. I can't bring myself to throw away my cat toys too. It's kind of embarrassing. Why? You must have loved them a lot. Having things you love doesn't make you seem infallible.
Infantile.
I know.
Infantile,
Words
yeah.
hard, okay?
It's okay.
Meh.
It's okay, you can learn.
I don't want to learn.
Too bad!
Let me die stupid.
No! You'll
No,
be smart, you'll be
unfortunately-
miserable like the rest of us.
I already have a 4.0 in college. Leave me alone.
Oh, damn, okay.
Not that I'm taking many
Unfortunately-
courses, but
Yeah. Unfortunately, the large majority of your friends are nerds who like to share their knowledge with you.
You're all autistic. That's the
Nerd.
thing here.
Yeah. That helps.
Smiles so sweetly at you.
Also smiles very sweetly at you.
Well,
I wasn't 4.0, but I made the dean's list a couple times, so
Oh.
I flunked out of high school, and I'm on a gap year until stated otherwise for college.
that's
Understandable.
fair.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you put it like that. What about you? Didn't you have your favorite stuff? No. Only bought popular things regardless of whether I liked them or not. Oh, I see. And then I threw them away as soon as they became useless.
Vincent is so fake.
Not this moment. Vince's gaze seemed empty. His face didn't convey any particular emotion, even though he was smiling, which felt horribly out of place. For a second, it felt like we weren't talking about bootleg Digimon stickers, but something else entirely.
Bootleg Digimon stickers. Amazing.
Let's fucking go.
Well, yeah, I see. You must have no interest in material possessions. That's admirable.
Oh no, he's covering for him.
Vincent pauses for a bit, then answers. Yeah, that must be it. His words sound hollow.
Everything is a red flag here.
Number 20,
I
uncertainty.
think that's a red flag. I don't want to get stabbed.
The sun is about to rise. Henry's fallen asleep on a beanbag with a joystick in his hands. Henry comes to hang out on the weekends. Sometimes she brings her brother, whom she's begrudgingly babysitting.
There you go.
Oh, right.
We play video games and eat snacks. When Henry's not in a school environment, she's far less stressed out. Even her voice sounds lower than usual. Crap, your brother's good at rhythm games.
Yeah, use them as you like if you need to score full combos. That's all he's good for anyway.
Damn, am I Henry? Aren't you being a little harsh?
He deserves it for being a lazy ass.
No, you're not lazy, so you're not Henry.
You're right.
Have you seen his grades? It's like he's made it a goal for himself to become the worst student of the year.
Maybe his mind just works differently from the rest.
Yeah, that too. But for the most part, he just wants to play MMORPGs all day. Maybe I'm
Same.
Ah.
I want to help him, but I also want to break from all this shit. I'm tired of working at part-time jobs just to help our parents sustain his lifestyle. Do you know how much console games cost?
Too
Unfortunately,
much.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going up.
Add that to a monthly MMO subscription, gacha pulls, and merchandise, and you'll get my monthly salary.
He should just start.
How much do you make in a
live
month, girl?
Yeah.
streaming.
Multiple part-time jobs.
True.
multiple.
True.
He needs to start live streaming so he can at least make some of that back. You know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why
So
doesn't he just
true.
stream? That would be such a good way for him to monetize what he likes doing.
And
You
also
just
for him to
spend
fucking
hours-
socialize, because you know he's not doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. He plays MMORPGs, but he plays them solo player.
Exactly. Me the fuck too.
Me too.
Just on TV. Your parents don't have to buy all of that, you know.
Henry says they'll motivate him, so if they don't, he just refuses to leave his room.
Let him do that. Let him refuse to leave his room.
Yeah.
So what?
Don't coddle this bitch. Let him bed rot.
Yeah.
Eventually he'll either get bored enough to go do something, or, you know,
He'll leave his room eventually. That's the point.
yeah, he'll leave his room eventually if you stop babying him.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Henri looks at the ceiling, contemplating something.
Tyler, I was thinking.
That's good. Yes?
Thoughts?
Aren't we actually dating?
What? Henri starts counting on her fingers.
Look, it's the 5th time I'm staying over. You take me out for nice food and carry my bags when I'm shopping. You even look after my brother when I'm busy.
That's called a friend, bitch.
Yeah,
a best
right.
friend.
Yeah.
And you cherish this motherfucker.
Aren't all of these just things a decent person would do, Miss Warhol?
Yes.
To be fair, she doesn't know a lot of decent people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's true.
I fail to see your point. Aren't you the one who's always like, I wish someone would call me princess and take me on cute dates.
Is it wrong to wish for that?
We'd buy matching
No.
clothes and cuddle on a sofa.
Only you do it for me, too.
Henri nudges me with her elbow, violently.
Yeah, you're far from that. Please don't use that squeaky voice to imitate me ever again.
Damn, I should have
Oh.
used a squeaky voice. Should have used my neck
So-
voice. Damn.
Really what she's asking is, hey, I think you're a decent guy. I would like to date you. But she's not directly saying it because she wants him to, not leave her.
Yeah. Still, what should we call this?
Friendship.
Babysitting with extra steps.
That too, I guess. This, specific instance, but does it need a specific term? If you're talking about becoming each other's possession, then I'm against it. I'm gay. No one ever belongs to anyone. Yet for some reason everyone thinks a meaningless string of letters can bind people to them.
Isn't it normal to want something you can call your own?
It rubs me the wrong way. That would mean treating others as commodities, in which in turn contributes to a mindset intrinsic to a capitalist society.
Comrade Charles, let's go!
Fuck capitalism.
Why is it this game where I'm like, I'm more like Charles than I initially suspected.
It's because
Well,
fuck
like-
capitalism, PG.
Yeah, and autistic and OCD.
Yeah, exactly.
But like imagine like Charles with really high empathy, and that's like me.
And
like-
just had your
What? Oh, that was your line, right? Hi.
Yeah. You guys can go if you guys want. Like I'm just
Okay.
here for the ride.
That's so valid. I was gonna say something about like Charles but a lesbian. Which is just Charlotte, I guess.
It's just Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's
It's just Charlotte,
Charlotte.
yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Anyways, carrying on.
Anyways, you just had to bring your pointless philosophy to it. Just say it in normal people words.
Capitalism bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just don't know yet. Henri says.
Well, me neither. Hold on, let me try something.
Kisu.
Henri leans in.
Oh,
and
I was
kisses
joking.
me.
So, how was it?
It was supposed to be this amazingly good thing that every story leads up to. But it didn't really feel like anything out of the ordinary.
What if it was with someone else?
Like Vincent.
I think it'd be the same. You know, I'm not too comfortable with physical stuff. Is there something wrong with me after all?
Want me to hit you?
Maybe.
Do it.
Aren't you the one who keeps going on tirades about everyone experiencing life differently? Just because I don't understand it's not doesn't mean it's your fault.
Sorry. I just feel like I'm constantly letting people down.
Then find a downer like you, jeez.
So, Vincent, got it.
Or stop worrying about it. Just look at Fennel being comfortable in his own company.
Oh, girl, you don't know him.
Vincent's always surrounded by people, though. He only started isolating himself just recently. That's not good.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I've only talked to him a few times. Felt like he wasn't even there. He's not really listening to what you say. So, my conclusion is that he's full of shit. But at least he's content with it.
Maybe he was just bored around you.
Maybe, but he's like that around literally everyone. And you kind of suck at reading people.
True. You can't tell this girl's trying to hit on you.
The autism. The autism.
I bet
The
Fennel's the kind
autism.
of person who'd populate a planet with clones of himself and be happy about it.
Funny you say that.
Where did that come from? If I cloned myself or had my personality divided into parts, it'd end in a mass suicide.
Funny you say that.
Funny you say that, Charles.
Hmm.
Now you're being weird. Anyway, I guess it's stupid to try and mold you into something you're not. British word for cigarette. Even if you do everything a romantic partner would, it's pointless if you're not feeling it.
I'm sorry.
There you go again. It should be a thank you, shouldn't it?
You're right. Thank you, Henri. Number 21, paralysis.
It is nice to see them have like a healthy friendship, if we want to call it that.
Yeah. Instead of
They're like talking. They're talking
They
to
are
each other like real
QPPs.
people.
They are QPPs.
yeah.
Very good.
Even if they haven't.
Because we only saw the bit of them where they were dating, and they were both kind of miserable about it.
Yeah, they're fake
Mhm.
dating.
Yeah.
They're each
fake
other's
dating.
beards.
Yeah. Even
So
though they
true.
don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I wake up with a headache and stumble into the bathroom to brush my teeth. I look into the mirror and notice that I only blink with one eye. Weird. But whatever. School proceeds as normal until I start feeling extremely fatigued during the 5th period. Something's not right. I end up calling Mom. She always knows what to do.
Oh.
It seems your son has Bell's palsy. It might take around a month to recover.
Oh.
Great. Out of all the rare illnesses, my body decided to get this one. Missing a month of school before exams sounds like the worst case scenario. It's just half of my face staying unresponsive, yet my whole body feels numb.
It's just a facial thing.
I can,
It's not like your whole body. Yeah.
I can barely focus on this phone screen as I type a message back to Henri, who was curious enough to investigate my sudden disappearance from class. An incoming message from Henri.
You okay?
I got hospitalized with face paralysis.
Oh no, is it stuck like that?
The fuck is that?
And the fuck is that indeed? One of my eyes can't blink, and my mouth is stuck in a convoluted grimace. Thank God no one will come to visit. I close my eyes, one manually, and hope that the numbness will go away in the morning. It doesn't. Hospital food is tasteless. That doesn't really matter, since I'm going to be discharged today. No one stays at hospitals for more than 2 days unless you're fatally injured. Mother asked her acquaintances to give me a ride home. What followed were 2 weeks of pills and 24 hours sleep, and 2 more weeks of staring at the ceiling because my mind couldn't focus on anything else.
Henrietta came to visit while you were sleeping. She brought some printouts from school.
Bless her. Among the stuff Henri brought, I found a notebook with Vincent's name on it. I hope you find these notes useful. Get well soon, said the note inside. I'm mortified. I ended up being a burden to them both. I tried to shake the feeling off and be sincerely grateful, but ended up being choked by guilt. I have to catch up, become better, more capable. If I'm not ahead of others, then my self-worth is no better than 0. I need to thank people who care about me soon. When I finally became able to come outside, after what felt like forever, dandelions were in full bloom. Number 22. Care. Vincent has his nose buried into his notebook lately. He's definitely writing something, but I never pry. I think there are 2 ways to go about writing. To be the one in power, or to give power to your readers. You can write a piece so flawless and complete that your awestruck reader will be rendered speechless. Or create a flawed, seamless, incomplete work, prompting the reader to contribute with better ideas. Which would you prefer? Playing God or making a fool out of myself? Tough choice indeed. So, the latter sounds like less pressure, so I take that one. That way, every reader can become a co-creator, even if they get laughs at my expense. I see. And besides, if something's considered ideal, you can only make copies of it without creating anything new. It doesn't sound too creative to me. More importantly, would it be your choice? Me? Well, what do you think? I think you want to leave it a rhetorical question. How are your grades coming along, by the way? Well, looks like I'll be one of the few people invited to the award ceremony. Well, you're amazing. Haha, I didn't really have a choice. Do you think you'll be able to graduate with honors? No, I totally blew my chem and math grades. It took me a bit of time to come to terms with the fact that I'm not that smart. Wish I didn't grow up thinking that doing well in academics would guarantee me a secure future, though.
Yeah, I wish that too.
Same.
Or anything, really. Right now, I just want to sleep my life away. By the way, how's your mother feeling? She's okay, surprisingly enough. I'm doing my best to help her, too. Even if it means working in retail.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy.
I'm
Oh,
sure
buddy.
of it. She used to be far more violent before. Never laid a hand on me, though. It was always something else. Utensils, clothes, books. The only thing I regret is that as a kid, I tried to make her less aggressive by saying I'll kill myself.
Yeah, because that'll work.
That was extremely selfish of me. You were a child. You didn't know any better. Still, it's so weird. Out of all solutions, my 4-year-old mind always jumped to suicide. Vincent touches the bruise on his cheek only somewhat consciously. I guess I just wanted to guilt trip her into caring. I see. So that idea isn't foreign to you, too. What do you mean? It's nothing. Don't worry. Sounds fishy.
Shakes Vincent. Shakes Vincent.
But as long as you don't want to talk about it, I'll bug off. Thank you. I would hate being pitied. Number 23.
Wee
Visit.
wee wee wee.
Maybe I shouldn't have come without a warning. But it's Charles, so he won't mind all that much. I'll just return this book and go home anyway.
Click.
It's open. Jeez, when will they fix the lock?
Probably never.
It's already been a month since it's been like this.
Yeah, definitely never at that rate.
Yeah, true.
This place is already a hellhole. Would it hurt them to put more effort into making it a little bit safer?
Yes.
Yeah, the landlords will get angry because they're not making all the money.
True. The elevator's taking too long. Did someone just come in?
Any idea who this is?
This is just a random dude.
Yeah. Keep quiet and no one will get hurt. You bitch! Stop screaming!
Somebody help! I think this is still...
Still Henrietta's perspective.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hear someone opening the door floors above and a dog barking.
Ugh.
He ran away? I can't stay here.
So now they really have to get that lock fixed?
Yeah. Ellipsis.
Blood.
That's nice. Ring. Ring.
Oh, it's doing multiple names.
Yeah. Who could it be? Maybe I should pretend we're not home. Henri? There's a trail of blood behind her. It keeps dripping, staining the floor.
I just cleaned!
What happened? Shit, okay, don't talk. Mom, call the ambulance. Henri, I'll help you lie down, okay?
The blood will get everywhere.
Don't worry about it. It's going to be alright. For long as it punctured, that is.
She made it all the way up here. Her lung is not punctured.
Here. Sorry for the makeshift scarf pillow. I'll get you a real one in a bit. I'll try to stop the bleeding now. But I only have theoretical knowledge about it. Forgive me if it hurts. Mom will Google the right way to do it, so trust us. Henri stays quiet. She must be in shock. I help her take off her shirt and look at the wound, trying not to focus on the blood oozing out. It's most definitely a knife wound. Okay, this should do it. I throw the bloodstained shirt into cold water and let out a sigh. The ambulance arrives quickly. I follow her to the hospital, hoping that it's nothing serious. When I see Henri again, she has the same absent-minded look on her face. What did they say?
No internal organ damage. But it's going to leave a scar.
That's good.
It sucks.
I mean,
Why do things like this happen? Can't everyone live in peace?
she begins to tear up.
Why must I be cautious of every person I see on the street? Why must I be scared of walking alone?
I'm scared too. Ever since we moved into that place, I've been paranoid of every sound. We got rid of the cockroaches, but the neighbors stayed. Want me to get you some pepper spray? I have some in my bag.
I hate it. The very fact that you speak of these things like they're nothing out of the ordinary.
But they are ordinary. My mom got stalked by some psycho for over a year. I got smacked with a broken bottle in the street some time ago. Our neighbor's dog got mauled by a pack of strays. Life's full of misfortunes like that.
Fuck that. It's unfair.
It is. But there's nothing we can do about it, can we?
You're always like this. Ignoring the problem instead of doing something about it.
Miss Warhol.
What? What's up with the sudden formality?
I didn't get to ask, but what exactly happened back then?
I don't get it myself. Everything happened so quickly. He told me to stay quiet, but I screamed my lungs out anyway. Maybe he just wanted my purse. Maybe something else. I don't know. I just wanted to return the book.
Henri turns over and cries into the pillow. Number 24, interlude. Wound.
Okay, examination over. Holy shit, Bennett. I'm going to disinfect the equipment. You can get dressed.
Thanks, Mr. Honecker. So, how is it?
I don't think these bruises will ever heal. Unless we skin you and replace the tissue completely.
Oof.
That's a
Wha-
bit extreme.
I mean, he's saying it's so extreme that we'll have to go to those extremes.
I understand, but...
Personally, I think you'd be down for it.
Yeah, maybe Bennett's into that.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I don't think you want it. Even though you're emotionally dead, unless medicated, it's gonna hurt like hell. Can't laugh about that.
If it's a smile, I can always give you one, see? Just like I was taught in
Aw,
the labs.
creature.
He's doing his best.
Look at the little creature.
Yeah.
Stop it. That's not funny.
It's weird, Mr. Honecker. I'm so desensitized.
Desensitized.
I know the word. I'm going to strangle you.
Do it.
I will.
Meow, 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 meow.
Me next,
Aw.
me next.
Y'all, you need to stop. Man, I gotta point out, Felix is especially orange cat in this art style.
Yeah.
So true.
You understand, right?
Yeah.
Orange
Mhm.
cat. Yes. I would also like to append my earlier statement. I am not nearly as passive as Charles. Good God. I have more of like Henri's vitriol when it comes to
Yeah, so
things
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Charlotte.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
Charlotte. We already know this.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways. I'm so desensitized to cruelty and violence that I no longer feel saddened or shocked by them. I don't think I'm capable of crying either.
Punches him in the face.
For feeling anything, really. Everything's just mundane.
Well, humans are an adaptive species. If all you see every day is atrocities, you can't help but get used to them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Reckon I said anything?
You hate being sober that much?
Obviously. And when I am, I start having thoughts. I'd rather not think, Mr. Honecker. That should be your
Same,
thing
bestie.
to do. Good night.
Well, he's right. It's really not something I should concern myself with. I have to focus on my research while I still have time.
Wait, so our
Number 25, love.
love.
Oh, he
is
knows
them
he's getting murdered.
appear- Oh gosh. Is them appearing Charles writing about them?
Could be.
They're just
Okay,
little
okay.
interludes. I think it's best not think about it too much.
I think the interludes are more explaining like the themes that are going on about what just happens and like Charles's thought process about how he gets through it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to put it. All right, I can take that.
We're strolling in the park after school again. The weather isn't particularly good, but I have an umbrella with me. Umbrella mention. Vincent doesn't mind the rain, but I do. So I follow him like the butler of a rich household. His throat is bandaged. Vincent doesn't bring it up, and I don't ask.
Dude's gonna mummify himself while he's still alive.
That's... Okay.
We stop at a small bridge. No, there's something I've been meaning to tell you for a while. No way. Is it a love confession, Mr. Fennel?
Gasp!
British word
Almost.
for cigarette.
Almost. I've been writing a novel. No. What's it called? Aether Almanac. Sounds fancy. I'm still in the process of writing it, and frankly, there's a lot to do. But I've published some chapters already. If you're willing to give it a read, I'll be happy to share it. And of course, I mean, you can't write badly. Thank you for your trust. It's a collection of short stories centered around one divine being. It needs a lot of improvement, and I don't expect my target demographic to be older than myself. Still, it's a work I love dearly. And it's the first time I've heard him use love in regard to something.
And it should have been me.
I should read it soon, I thought. Yeah, I ended up postponing it until the very last minute. One's writing was the mirror of one's soul. I was afraid of my imaginary construct of Vincent shattering upon looking into it. Number 26, Interlude, Aether Almanac.
Ooh.
This looks like the storybook stuff, so maybe Peachy should read it because she did like a lot of the storybook stuff in the.
The other games?
Yeah.
Okay. If you'll have me. Okay. In the land of eternity, there lived a scientist. Exiled from her homeland for heresy against their beliefs, she decided to travel around the world to see all its wonders. She saw civilizations rise and fall, stars explode, and new forms of life come into existence. After thousands of years of wandering, she began to grow weak in her limbs. She walked and walked until she stumbled and fell down to the ground. There she lay for days, unable to get up on her own. People passed by. Some asked if she was feeling unwell. Some pitied her and gave her food to eat. Some gave advice on how to get back to her feet. But nobody extended a hand. One day, she felt someone lift up her weakened frame. She looked up and saw a being she couldn't quite describe, as its form was constantly changing. It was the most fascinating sight she'd ever seen. "What are you?" the scientist asked. "I cannot be defined by mere words," it laughed, amused by her question. "Some call me White Queen, but that was only one of my many masks. I am neither a man nor a woman, for I am not human. They say meeting me is a great blessing that happens once in many millions of years. Therefore, how about I grant you one wish?" the being offered. "Say, what do you wish for?" The scientist thought of unlimited knowledge and the world's treasures and infallible health, but none of those wonders interested her any longer. "Can you remain by my side?" she asked, her voice growing weak as the realization that she grew tired of solitude dawned on her.
Well, we know how this ends up. We've played It Gets So Lonely here.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Doom Diawi into Toxic Yuri. Let's fucking go.
Oh, good gracious. "Unfortunately, I cannot grant you that wish, as nothing can bind me," was the divine being's answer, and the scientist hung her head low. However, if it's a lifelong partner you want... Without as much as a warning, the creature tore off the scientist's finger, and her identical copy grew from it. As the scientist screamed from the sharp pain that pierced her, the relentless god spoke again. It knows everything you do, and understands you better than anyone else ever would. It'll never leave your side, and remain with you in life and death. When your sight fades, it'll become your eyes. When you lose strength in your legs, it'll carry you in its embrace. Together, you are one. I dream of falling into a pit of identical corpses and wake up in a cold sweat.
Number 27. Different. Henri's idly browsing her phone as I struggle to finish a mission in a shooter I was playing.
Wow, Fennel's sure popular. I just looked up his novel and it has like 15 fan communities.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh.
What are you acting all surprised for? Aren't you his fan or something?
No, I don't move wind in his direction.
Stop.
I'll kill you.
Stop it. I'm not a blind follower. I read his writing the other day. I read his writing the other day. I can read. Mm-hmm. It's good. Like, really good. But I didn't like it.
Well, okay. Care to explain?
It's good, but I didn't like it. I mean, no, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. No. The overarching theme of his stories is that you can only save yourself. It's like, other people don't exist, or can't be of any help even if they're around. His characters either choose solitude or end up in circumstances where they're surrounded by their own selves. Don't you think that's close-minded to think that way?
Wow, Eiler. I knew you were dense as a brick, but not to this extent.
What do you mean? Oni rubs her temples and gives me a reprimanding stare.
Listen. Doesn't all of this remind you of a certain someone?
Visit.
Breaking. Young people aged 12 to 16 found dead on the shore. The motives behind their deaths remain unclear. Chaos Head joke here. Numerous sources report that they were all frequent visitors of Heaven's Gate community website, a web cult whose beliefs may have led them to suicide. Chaos Head joke here.
Actual Heaven's Gate reference here.
Yeah, I was
Actual
gonna
episode
say.
reference here.
Also, we're
Oh,
seeing
boy.
like his writing has the themes of like only you can save yourself. That is a lonely ship to stand on, my brother.
Yeah.
Yep. Vincent skipped school for 3 weeks. When I see him again, there's a mask plastered on his face. Vincent Fennel is smiling.
Like the Joker.
Number 28, Interlude. God.
Oh, gracious. You gotta look fresh out of the morgue.
Cesare, how delightful for you to join us.
Hello, the name's Cesare.
I don't know who this is.
Okay.
I don't either.
It's Cesare now.
Sure, use that voice to read it until we know who it is.
Oh my god.
Do it, you coward.
Okay, I didn't say I wouldn't.
That's the spirit of Chris Fleming into your body right now.
Okay. It's Big Top Burger references for anyone wondering. Oh, yes. It's dark in the morgue. We sit on the cold ceramic floor. Felix Honecker doesn't have long left to live.
Okay,
Tragic,
it's
I know.
Bennett.
Okay.
Bennett! It's our boy!
I like to
Yeah.
imagine his internal monologue does sound like that, though.
Maybe when he's on the soap, but this is clearly Bennett off soap.
You're right, you're right.
Soapless
I
Bennett.
support this. I support this idea, headcanon, whatever you want to call it.
He's on soap. Hello, my darling. Hello, my guy. Hello, I drag time. Oh.
All the emotions are in here in his head, doing that while he's on the soap.
How are you feeling, Mr. Honecker?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Tired. That's nothing new. Is everyone pulling an all-nighter because of me?
Yeah, even Florence didn't hold back on soap. Felix sighs.
Even though I did nothing to deserve this kind of treatment, you all chose to act stupid.
Yeah.
What are you sulking for, idiot? You'll see me tomorrow.
And the person won't be you.
I doubt anyone will notice the difference. It's not like I did anything remarkable during my lifespan.
And gave a shit about me. Although,
Oh.
he gave a shit about everyone. Just like Henry. Before he fell ill.
Oh, something happened to Huxley?
Well, yeah, that was the whole thing. So it was explained in the main
he
story.
has dementia.
Oh, right.
It's unfair. We both know I am a copy.
First, Mr. Honecker tells me it's okay to care. Then he complains when I do. Which is it?
Do you believe in God, Bennett?
No.
Well, then you're probably gonna go to hell.
Whoa.
He's killed people, okay?
I mean...
Henry Huxley isn't someone as shallow as that.
I see. Then it must be the same for me, too.
Mr. Honecker, I will make friends with you the next time we meet.
It's a promise, then.
Number 29,
Aww.
exams.
That's kind of cute, because he's saying, hey, I want this one to be the one that I'm friends with. All the other ones are just fake copies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to pat them both on the head. They deserve head pats.
They do.
Yeah.
Exams are stressful, but they're nothing I'm unprepared for. After all, I've always been a diligent student. I got paired with Henri during the language exam, and we passed the flying colors. What do you mean getting paired with for an exam anyways? Vincent, however, remains as distant as ever.
It's fine, he's just dead inside.
For the past month, we haven't gotten to talk at all. And I wonder what he's thinking. Suicidal thoughts. How disappointing. I can't seem to find any topics to discuss with you either. No, Vincent's not that petty. The very fact that you thought of me like that makes you the petty one.
His face.
And the truth is yours, imaginary Mr. Fennel. I understood that the way I use words impacts people around me, so I decided to distance myself from people who are easily influenced.
Also, you might have noticed that was the old Vincent design before he had like the neck bandages and shit.
Mm-hmm.
More plausible. But doesn't that mean he thinks very little of me? There's no guarantee that we'll keep in touch after graduating either. I can't shake off the feeling of frustration welling up and ending up losing sleep at night. I'm so anxious that I decided to discuss it with Henri. She likes food, so I lure her in by inviting her to a cafe.
If she doesn't say go kiss him, then...
He wrote what?
Henri stabs a cherry tomato on her plate, Poor cherry tomato. It makes a popping sound and bursts. Maybe telling her wasn't a good idea after all. So what if as a cult leader, I want to talk to him again? Besides, he only helped copyright the texts. It's not like he's involved himself in their activity.
Your moral compass just did a complete 180 right now.
Listen, I'm sure he understands the weight of his actions. His current isolation must just be damage control.
Are you sure he's not just a control freak who enjoys having power over others?
God, Henri, are we talking about the same person here? He's the most tactful person I know. He wouldn't...
If you commit suicide because he told you your imaginary world will become real, then don't come crying to me.
You can't cry if you're dead, Miss Warhol.
Ugh. Anyway...
Did you just go like, actually?
Yeah, he did.
What a fucking nerd!
He would unironically go, actually.
It's the
Yeah.
You
autism.
just did! You just didn't say it!
Yeah. Me, like, God, I wish someone was this delulu about me.
I would say me too, but
Nah,
yeah.
I've seen what happens when people get this delulu. I'm perfectly fine staying out of the delulu.
no, it's just I've been the one who's Delulu. It's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great from the other side either.
No.
I have also been to Lulu. It has not led to healthy places.
No.
Me realizing I have also been to Lulu and it was not healthy.
Yeah.
Yep. But we
Funnels.
learned!
I mean, learned is a strong word in my case.
Marvel.
In your case, it's mostly the BPD. It's okay-ish.
That too.
Anyway, Fennel's dangerous, okay? People like him harm others without even realizing it. That accident confirmed it. If he's a writer, he should take full responsibility of the messages he's communicating. And don't go, it's their own fault on me.
But it is. Everyone has their own brains.
Charles, not now.
If they decided to self-destruct after hearing they're in a video game, then they were already predisposed to it. They just saw the cult site and bam! Confirmation bias activated. They wanted a motive, they got it. I would never
Don't
end my...
talk to me about confirmation bias right now, sir.
I would never end my life just because I stumbled on some creepy post on the internet.
Oh my god.
It would take more than that. Like, mother's death. Or my own health deteriorating to the point where I start hurting others. Then I...
Hey, stop it.
Monkey's paw starts curling.
Oh gosh.
Nah, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm completely right either. Circumstances are different in each individual's case. I know that. I'm just worried about him. Knowing Vincent, he'll never talk about himself. Which is okay with me if that's what he wants. But if I keep ignoring this, what if... I think of running on the field. Children are laughing, illuminated by sun.
People like that don't live long. Fine, I get it. Talk to him when you get the chance, okay?
Mm.
I'm sure you two will figure something out.
I walk Henri home and wave her goodbye. When I see Vincent next time, what should I tell him?
I love you.
No matter what I'll say, I find myself afraid of hearing his answer. Number 30, graduation. The graduation day finally comes. Time sure flies.
Charlie, over here.
She is
Damn.
so cute.
Oh, cute.
Who?
Hello, do you really not recognize me?
He looks like Umbrella Man.
Yeah, I think you just aged by 9 years.
Oof.
How? Okay, 7. Please stop kicking me, Miss Warhol.
You deserved that.
He did.
I know I look good. You do too.
I look like my father. Yeah.
So true, Bestie.
And you hate it?
Yes.
I don't know anymore. All that matters is that Mother is doing better. Henri pats my head.
No.
Okay, try to have fun today.
Thanks. You too. I look for Vincent in the crowd. He's talking to one of our teachers. All smiles as usual. I join in as his shadow. Either. You look different. You look tired. Do I? Well, I suppose I'm not really fond of long ceremonies. Is Miss Warhol not with you? Just participating in a photo shoot with other girls. I ran away as soon as I saw the camera. Vincent laughs, visibly amused. And it's too stuffy in this suit. I have to agree. Well, there's nothing much we can do about it, right? Yeah, I just wanted to be over soon.
You could kiss about it.
I mean, they're both in tuxes. It's perfect time.
Right?
By the time we get to the rented conference hall, it's already evening. The banquet doesn't interest me, but I already paid for it, so I stuff myself full of random appetizers.
That's so valid.
Vincent's dissecting a steamed carrot with the precision of a surgeon at a nearby table.
Of course he is.
He seems bored. The moment I decide to approach him, he's engaging in a conversation with someone else. Too bad. I decide to look for Henri and find her surrounded by girls on the floor below. She looks like she's having fun, so I leave her to it. And don't tell me that out of all the people in class, I only managed to become somewhat friendly with 2. With the rest, I don't really have anything to talk about. Unless it's homework. Maybe it's for the best if we forget each other's names after we all go separate ways. In a corner of my eye, I see Vincent leaving the hall. You're leaving? Just taking a walk outside. It's a bit noisy in here. No, alright. It doesn't look like he's going to come back. I'll see you later then. See you.
Why wouldn't you join him? Literally, why wouldn't you go with him?
Crap, his coat is still here.
Oh, he's about to go get some air.
When I run out of the building, Vincent is nowhere to be seen. I jog a bit to the main road until I spot the familiar silhouette. Vettel, wait, your coat. Thank you. You didn't have a run. I would have come back for it later. It didn't seem like it. Vincent covers his mouth with his hand, hiding the surfacing emotion. Is that so? Mind if I walk with you for a bit? Sure. We walk in silence. There's too much on my mind, but I can't put any of it into words. Somehow we ditched the prom night without really planning to. I don't think anybody's going to look for me today anyway. We reach a viewpoint on the hill. It's the highest platform in the old town. Vincent is panting lightly, exhausted from climbing the stairs. It's pretty up here. It's pretty high up here, isn't it? I'm not fond of high places. It feels all too familiar for some reason. I feel sick. I like them though. Even the air here feels clearer. Vincent leans over the fence and hails the night air. Being above everything, leaving all the noise and commotion down below. Don't you feel the same? No. I feel like I could fall down any second. I see. Oh, are you alright? I crouch down, my head spinning. I'm not alright. It's like we've been here before, yet it's not the same. You never talk about anything that really matters, do you? always all smiles and big talk. Talking, yet nothing you say has real weight to it. I'm sick of your smiling face. What? Ah, I see. Should I say what you want to hear then? Or agree with everything you say like you always do?
Hi, Frey.
Ugh. My personality has nothing to do with this. Does it? I'm led to believe that you're as much of a control freak as I am. No matter how much others worry about you, you decide to shoulder everything on your own. That's because of how my mother is. That's because I don't want to be a burden. But for you, it's all about your image. But if I asked for help, who would provide it? You. At the very least, I'd listen to what you have to say. You just don't trust me enough. You don't trust anyone. Vincent's eyes gleam with ice. The only one who sees a problem in it is you, Tyler. You're not the problem. You're not the solution to my problems. Almost said that in the wrong order.
But you might be the problem to my solutions.
Yeah, exactly. Neither am I to yours, even though you seem to think otherwise. Needles and knives. His words pierce through, but I don't falter. I know. Yet I want to understand you. It's not your fault that I don't. You're someone I've always looked up to. You could do things I couldn't find the right words to influence others. It always felt like your opinion mattered. And crouched down and faced the ground, suddenly flustered. I thought I wouldn't mind losing my individuality if it didn't mean getting influenced by yours. Vincent's gaze becomes absent-minded. I'm a bit envious. I have no one like that. There's only myself. Always have been. I have no role model and have a hard time finding a reflection of myself in other people. It's like standing on the other side of a one-way mirror. But I don't think of others as inferior to myself. In fact, I like people a lot. That's why I try to show it with appropriate words. Language passwords, just like we discussed once, remember? Friend, soulmate, partner. These are all very easy to say. The only difference is that while they all have a meaning to others, these words sound empty to me. I've never felt close to anyone. The kind understanding Vincent Fennel didn't exist until I created him. I remember Vincent in the kindergarten. Emotionally dead kid gathering crowds around him with useless trinkets from popular shows. The only time he ever showed emotion was when he tore off wings from those ants, claiming to be in control. Control. Is that what it's all about?
Always has been.
You
Always will be.
claim that you don't mean things you say. That your personality is fabricated. I don't think you're being entirely honest. You're right. I don't mean it either. It's insufferable. You. However, Vincent isn't looking at me. His mind is elsewhere. It's like there's a wall between myself and the rest. Ever since my childhood. I've been trying to break through it by trying to be someone I'm not. Yet, it's meaningless. Even if I tried... Even if I make it seem like he exists, I can't become him. Deep inside, I must be the same child who laughed at the ants whose wings he tore off. Just because it was the only time when he felt like he was in control over someone's life. Because he lacked control over his own. Still, you've been trying your best, haven't you? All this talk about a quiet place, those bruises. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that whoever you live with, they've been... I stumble on my own words. They haven't been treating you well. The Vincent I remember was an empty husk of a person. It's like you were never physically there at all. Yet, with time, you're able to regain control over your life. It's not like you became someone who mothers look up to overnight. You worked hard for it. Because you care. Not just the life narrative you constructed for me. It's nothing that pretty. You can't be proud of being a hypocrite. Would you rather dissociate for the rest of your life? I don't want that either. Both choices are wrong. There's just no hope for me, is there? In this life. I already tried to put an end to it. A month ago. Huh. I didn't think much of it. It was something I knew would happen one day or another. Naturally. Yeah, I ended up not going all the way. I thought, I still haven't returned the notebook. I was supposed to put an end to everything. For a ridiculous reason like that, I didn't. My eyes began to sting, but no tears came out. I may be insignificant and frankly boring, but I'm going to do my best to become someone you can consider your equal, so that you won't feel so alone. I'll keep doing my best so I... In the corner of my eye, I see Vincent crouching down near me, putting a hand on my shoulder. Don't push yourself, he says, his gaze remaining frozen. You're already doing enough. Empty words and template phrases. Neither of us can find comfort in each other's words. Neither of us know what to do. I want you to live, I croak out. Not to a corpse, not to an imaginary construct, not to a vacant shell, but to Vincent Fennel himself. History repeats. I can't see his face. I see, Vincent says simply. No tears, no surprises. That's how Vincent Fennel is. Yet, his words sounded almost thankful. Vincent gets up and extends his hand to me. Congratulations on graduating, Charles. I reach out and accept his hand. And the future still remains uncertain. Yet, I feel like I'll be able to fall asleep tonight. The sun rises. A new day has come. The end.
No.
Yay.
Boy, oh boy.
An alternate telling.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it goes back to like the conversation that they had way before. Is like the author is responsible for the message they put out there, and while episode 3 ended really well, like what was the message there? So I think Heaven's Gate needed to happen to be like, hey, there's still hope. Like, don't do what my characters do. There's still a way to go about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
No.
This game series is just very important to me.
Understandable.
Understandable.
It is now also very important to me. Congratulations.
Same.
You're all now free to look at my main Twitter uninhibited.
Yay. It was a fun ride, yeah.
Goofy. Well, this was fun because I'm like, I just love watching my goofy little kids interact with each other. It's a good time.
We got more of the brothers, Bennett and Felix.
Yeah.
So true.
I got a shit ton of reading done today. Like, holy shit, between like both episode 3 and this, like, damn.
Yeah.
True.
Tonight was so good
How's your
reads
throat
tonight.
holding up?
Fine. I have water. I know, crazy.
Q84, let's go. Q84.
84 is Bay, I mean.
Yeah, you're right.
We love Q84.
She's a little chaos gremlin and we love her.
Yeah. I definitely want to draw like Hello Charlotte fan art stuff, but like ideas non-existent.
Do it.
Draw Mad Cat.
You're
Draw
so
Mad
right.
Cat.
I should
Nothing
draw
but
Mad
Mad Cat.
I want to draw the other characters too, but you are right. I should draw Mad Cat at least once.
Draw the
Yes.
various forms of Charlotte interacting with Mad Cat.
So true.
Goodness gracious.
I'm also an advocate of Doomed Yaoi, but that's just me being self-indulgent.
Hell
It's
yeah.
so valid though.
I more of meant like specific composition ideas, but you guys are pretty silly.
Mm.
Yeah, of course. Oh,
Okay.
Marvel. When we got close to the end of like the Oracle monsters, I was like, I had a sudden flashback to this like game I played a while ago.
Uh-huh.
I mentioned in the chat, but if you like that type of art style, go check out Mary Skelter.
I just might.
Hmm.
It's an RPG series that's like dark fantasy or dark fairy tales.
Ooh,
Oh my God,
you
say
have my
less.
I
attention.
think I already
have my
have it in my
attention.
wish list from a time that Relix mentioned it, like last year probably.
Mm.
Oh.
It's definitely not
Yeah.
the first time. Yeah, I have Mary Skelter Nightmares in my
It's
wish
gonna
list.
sound weird, but start with the second game because it has a full revamped version of the first game in it.
Fair
Got
enough. It is
Okay,
Idea Factory,
okay.
which is interesting too.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's 2 and then finale.
Yeah, it's all on Steam.
Yeah.
hmm Boy, what a ride this was.
What a ride.
Mhm.
It was nice going through this again with more people.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Everyone did so good at voicing the characters.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
I think we made the right choices as far as casting goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. The feel when you play a game with your friends and now when you think about the game, the characters will have their voices TM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just are Charlotte now.
Yeah, I guess. It's Charlotte time all the time.
I will say, Peachy, unfortunately, a few times tonight while you're reading as Charlotte, your Charlotte voice did creep into Monokuma territory.
They're both kind of mentally like that.
But it's
So-
punishment time.
I think it's
284
because
is basically Monokuma.
I mean,
True,
yeah,
though.
but like, unfortunately, their voice did. Unfortunately, just creep.
Also, V19's a little bit like that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, I mean, when I'm reading as her, for the most part, I'm like smiling the whole time I say her lines, and Monokuma is the same way for me.
I mean, that's
So that's-
fair, but
Yeah.
I feel like your Charlie voice is still definitely more distinct than your Monokuma voice, so I did find it interesting that she did creep into your Monokuma voice a little bit as a treat.
As a
A little
treat.
bit. Wait.
I mean, it makes sense to me. They're both a little psychotic.
Yeah.
But we love that for them.
Yeah. I'm more willing to forgive Charlotte than Monokuma, though.
Mm-hmm.
True. Monokuma is just evil.
Well, Monokuma just wants a murder cult for the sake of having a murder cult.
True.
I wouldn't call it a cult.
No. But it is
More-
for entertainment.
More of a philosophy, but yeah. It does get a cult, but it's more of like Junko's own personal philosophy and just getting a group of people that she can manipulate.
She's just
Yeah.
like that.
Minko is
She's-
just
Yeah.
girl bossing.
Yeah.
I love Junko.
Yeah.
Honestly,
you do-
Junko is a really top tier villain.
Yeah.
She's so girly pop.
Mhm. Now, Chimera does bring up an interesting discussion point where it, like, Chimera would have liked it to just end with Ep3. I see where you're coming from, I do. I really do. But also, narratively, both endings of episode 3 kind of leave off on a slightly unresolved note.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't feel good from a narrative standpoint. Like, yes, live with the bad ending. I agree. I mean, neither of the endings were really that happy either.
Yeah.
No, one was like, we're gonna destroy the world and everything, but there'll be a new world in its place. And the other one was status quo, and we'll try to bring her back any way we can.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which we saw the aftermath of that, of the bad
Yeah.
end. Oh
Yeah.
boy, all the
Well-
Scarlet Eilers just freaking out.
That was not great.
I feel like Heaven's Gate more of just gave closure for loose ends, though.
Yeah.
Especially for like
Yeah.
the reality portion, since we never really got a good grasp of that because we had nothing but unreliable narrators.
Yeah, it added more context to these characters, which is really nice, and then also left it at a pretty resolved point where it seems like it could go either way. It could either go into the events of Hello Charlotte, or, you know, complete 180, and they have an entirely different trajectory on their lifestyle.
Fan
Yeah.
fiction. It's up to the hands of
Yeah,
fan
fan
fiction.
Vincent.
Vincent.
Oh, Vincent.
It's just like all the different stories of Charlotte. Like, it's just when one story ends, you start another story.
Yeah.
It's Charlotte time.
No.
I do like that at this point all of our Discord profile pictures are Hello Charlie characters.
Yeah.
Yes. It's honestly so iconic. I love it.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'll change back to my icon pretty soon.
No, but Felix is perfect for you.
I know.
He's really good. I love that
Felix
little orange cat.
Akusa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So true.
So creative. You changed one letter.
I mean,
Gestures.
he's also orange. Like, it's perfect.
He is also orange. You're so
He is
right.
I mean,
also orange.
I mean, if I would, I might just like draw a similar icon to that, just so everybody's happy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yippee!
It won't be Felix, it'll be me, but still.
that's fair. It is a good art style.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. It definitely scratches
Also,
my
like,
brain.
Also, it's not much shading. It's literally just white
Mhm.
with some detail lines,
Yeah.
and then you
Mhm.
use the color for the eyes as the same as the background,
Mhm.
and that's all you have to do.
We love
Yeah.
RPG Maker stuff.
Oh yeah, I just like seeing media where it is doomed and there's nothing you can do to fix it. Life is unfair. Oh well. Yeah, and there was a bit of that, and I think it goes back to like what Heaven's Gate was saying, like, hey, authors are responsible for the type of message that they put out there,
Mhm.
and putting like a life is unfair, deal with it message out there, kind of irresponsible
Yeah.
if you think about it.
Yeah.
So like, I do like that not every story has a happy ending, but then it's like, if we just left it at that, then that's kind of harmful.
Mhm.
Well, and it's
And
all the characters are flawed, and that's like what it's
Yeah.
pointing to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think these characters could ever be quote unquote fixed.
No.
True.
Like Vincent as a character is too far gone in his own sort of worldview.
But that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
he needs to die. He can find
Yeah.
another way forward.
Yeah. Gestures to all these mentally ill kids who have not gotten proper support.
Oh no, it just crashed. Damn.
Rip.
I'm not
Aw.
repeating it because I don't remember what I said.
It relatable.
But yeah, like, I see Heaven's Gate as like another way that these characters could have unfolded, because like Henri didn't move away either. Like, she's still trying to pursue a quote unquote relationship with a guy that treats her pretty decently.
Or a girl.
Might
She
we
is
add?
bisexual.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she's trying to pursue a life with someone who treats her kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He does get a little preachy near the end there, but
And then
Boy.
Charles, poor sweet Charles.
Yeah.
still trying to figure out everything in the world.
Yeah.
Realizing that his role models are all full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I think Childhood's End is a really good title
Mhm.
because it is kind of about growing up and realizing that your world is going to change and you're going to change and you can't stop it. And sometimes it's ugly and uncomfortable.
Well, it's not even don't meet your heroes. It's realize that your heroes have flaws,
just like you.
just
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah. And none of us are gods, even if we might idolize people.
Unless, just kidding.
And honestly, I'm also in the same boat. I do not like a story that's like, oh, we just committed war crimes, but everything's fine and we're all happy and like
Yeah.
just like
A good chunk
What
of
the fuck?
Fire Emblem games.
yeah, a good chunk of Fire
Ah.
Emblem games. We literally did war, but we won. So we're the good guys. So we're obviously gonna take care of the world. It's
History
like what
is
the
written by
fuck?
the victors.
American propaganda.
Exactly.
Oof.
Like that, I understand that type of story. Like, yes, it's good for like Fire Emblem because it's like it's trying to keep that at least E10 rating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then you get something like Final Fantasy Tactics, and it's like that's rated M, and it's like holy shit, people die.
People die
the
when they're
horrors of
killed.
war.
The horrors of war.
Mm.
That doesn't make Fire Emblem any less fun to play, though.
Yeah, I love Fire Emblem. I've been playing Path of Radiance for the first time as I try and like get back into playing Radiant Dawn again because Radiant Dawn was my first Fire Emblem game and I love it very much.
Played
also-
most of Sacred Stones, and that's it.
Yeah, I've been getting my friend into Sacred Stones because I stand by the fact that Sacred Stones is probably the best starting point for
Oh, absolutely.
newcomers, at least as far as like pre-awakening Fire Emblem.
They literally give you an easy mode and a hard mode halfway through the story.
Yeah. And
they tell you
also-
up front.
And also, I stand by the fact that everything before Awakening is the only shit worth playing when it comes to Fire Emblem.
You're kind of right. Awakening is just a dating sim that's masquerading as a Fire Emblem game, which I have beat Awakening, by the way, and I liked it.
See, I wish I liked Awakening more than I did. Sorry to turn this stream into Fire Emblem, by the way.
No, it's okay.
But like I played Fire Emblem Awakening not directly after Radiant Dawn, but it was the next Fire Emblem game I played after I played Radiant Dawn. And nothing can live up to Radiant Dawn in my eyes.
Understandable. I have to try it at some point.
It is peak.
I hear really good things about it.
Which Fire Emblem game is the one I was playing? It's not Three Houses.
Describe it a little bit. Was it like the newest one?
No, it's one of the older ones.
One of the older ones.
Describe it a little bit. If there's
Is it
any
on
details.
the 3DS?
I think it's that one. Yes.
Was it
3DS.
Echoes?
No, it might be.
Thank goodness.
Actually, let me get my 3DS out. I probably still have it.
Because it's either
Here.
Fates or Awakening.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it is.
And if it's Fates, oh girly, you're cooked.
Oh, girly.
The extent of Fire Emblem that I have played was on the 3DS, but it was also just the demo. Because sometimes on my 3DS I got really bored, so I got demos, so I played demos.
No, that's real of you, though. That I also did that.
Marvel, I will say one thing in Awakening's defense. The being able to take any two classes from parents and give them to the child is kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, it is cool, but it's also just like.
Damn,
Oh
you
yeah,
can
don't
breed a
worry, they
Fire
become the
Emblem?
most powerful units in the game.
You can breed in Fire Emblem? That's crazy.
Yeah, you can
in-
breed in Awakening and Fates.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
your children
Even
come back
breeding
from the future to
simulator.
help you. It's weird.
Or in the case of Fates, they come back from being in a stasis time bubble, all grown up.
Yeah, which is weirder, technically.
Crazy.
I hate Fates.
Understandable.
Fates is so bad. Like, I played a bit of Conquest, and I was like, this sucks.
See,
Laura
I.
wanted me to play one. I don't remember which one he wanted me to play. Might have been something. What was like 3 Houses or something like that.
Yeah, that's one of the ones on the Switch. Three Houses,
Houses is good.
as far as like modern Fire Emblem goes, it is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Modern Fire Emblem, aka anything after Awakening.
Yeah.
I still think Sacred Stones is the best one. I think you can also get it on the GBA emulator on Switch right now.
Oh, can you? Huh.
I think so. One second, I have my Switch right here.
I would agree that Sacred Stones is the best, but I played Radiant Dawn and came out fundamentally changed.
Yeah, starting point. You don't go into Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn is so hard to find.
Which is why I emulate it.
Exactly. I mean,
I mean, I received it. I received it from the special fairies that give you video games.
Ah, yes, of course. The fairies.
Oh,
you know.
I got-
The fairies.
I got
yes.
I got mine from my uncle who works at Xbox.
Nice.
Wrong company, buddy.
Don't worry.
No,
about
that's the
it.
point. Windows.
Anyway, hello Charlotte. Point being, Hello Charlotte good, even if its endings are perhaps not the happiest.
Yeah. I think they're solid.
Hi,
Happy endings are
Elves.
kind of boring. Like, they're good when they're earned, but
Mhm.
other than that, they're just kind of boring.
Yeah.
I like me some messy shit.
Yeah, me too.
I lied. Sacred Stones is not on the GBA emulator. It should be.
Yeah, figures. Should be.
They have Red Rescue Team, which is like, why?
That's crazy.
Well, it's because we have Rescue Team DX. Anyway, sorry. Oh, they do have a Fire Emblem game on the GBA emulator. It's not Sacred Stones. It's just Fire Emblem. I think I see Lynn and Hector.
Oh, I believe that's Blazing Sword.
Yeah, they just call it Fire Emblem because that's apparently what they released in the
Yeah, because
US
it was the first. It was the first localized Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's just not as good as Sacred Stones.
Is this the one with Roy?
That's my desk.
That is the prequel to Blazing Blade, or technically it's the prequel sequel. Because Blazing Sword is the sequel prequel.
Because I'm just seeing a redheaded swordsman on the cover here, and I'm like, that doesn't narrow it down. In
That's
Fire
Roy's
Emblem.
dad. That's Roy's dad.
That's Roy's dad.
Oh.
Oh God,
Awesome.
he's such a baby face.
Cool. Am I free to raid someone so we can end?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Sorry
No.
for derailing.
I'm gonna raid Kabocha Kyler crew playing some Metal Gear Solid. They have
Oh,
backseating
fabulous.
allowed.
Mhm.
They
Now
currently
we can
have
talk
a
about Metal Gear Solid.
Pizza Head. I don't know what's going on.
It's Metal Gear. We don't know what's going on.
Well,
It's also
on
Kabocha Kai.
their
We didn't know what's
bottle
going on.
specifically, they have a little cheese. Well, not cheese, a Pizza Head, and they also have an image of Steve Harvey with a rat on his head. I don't know.
That's normal.
Yeah, that is
He's
normal.
so normal.
Normal things. Anyways,
Yeah, it's just Steve Harvey things.
copy.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Yeah, goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
Goodbye, Sakyu.
Goodbye, Marvel. I'll see you next Friday,
Goodbye,
though.
Peachy.
Goodbye,
Oh, right, next
Marvel.
Friday. What are we doing next Friday again?
Amori.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yep, I'm keeping you for
Oh,
Fridays.
exciting.
You're being held hostage.
Oh no!
Oh no, I'm being held
Sucker.
hostage.
Oh, no.
I at least get moved to like what, Thursdays?
Yeah, but you also get like a break for like a month.
Hell yeah!
So I think with
Good,
there.
because we did kind of just go from like Taisho X Alice straight into Hello Charlotte.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a little bit.
Goodbye,
As one does.
Relix.
Goodbye, Marvel.
Goodbye, Peachy.
Detonates.
Goodbye, Marvel.
Goodbye, Bear.
Goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Thank you for
Bear's
joining
not
us
here to say goodbye.
for Hello Charlotte. It's been a time.
It's been a time.
It's been a good time. Meow 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh,
Y'all are dorky.
that is normal. Good
I
gracious.
told you. Why do you doubt me?
Whoa.
Oh,